Tonight, internet service providers to be held accountable for illicit content online. We'll hear from the Cybersecurity Authority as Ghana joins the world to mark Safety Internet Day.
Wishing to hold service providers who refuse or fail to comply with orders for removal of content that are inimical to children certainly will be held accountable.
Thanks for staying with us. Now, the Cybersecurity Authority is expected to begin engagement with stakeholders and telecommunication service providers to strengthen the legal framework publishing of content online. According to the authority, this will be part of measures to sanitize the cyberspace since Ghana has been experiencing an exponential growth in the use of digital platforms. Director General of the Cybersecurity Authority, Dr. Albert Entribuesiako, made the disclosure in a speech to mark the Safer Internet Day celebration in Accra.
This year's Internet Safety Day is geared towards the protection of children online and the quest to sensitize stakeholders on the dangers online. The theme for this year's event was Empowering the African Child on Safer Internet. Speaking at a forum for media and children on the celebration, Director General of the Cybersecurity Authority, Dr. Albert Entribuesiako, disclosed that work will begin on a new law to make Internet service providers responsible for online contents that can be harmful to children.
Yes, it will be developing legislative instrument, as my collaborator, Madam Joyce, has mentioned, to ensure that we strengthen the legal environment, which will certainly have provisions to hold service providers who refuse or fail to comply with orders for removal of content that are inimical to children, certainly will be held accountable. We want to work with private sector stakeholders to achieve this. Again, the language here is collaboration. We all have a responsibility to play, and the LI will devise the necessary mechanism, but also outline the specific sanctions that will go against non-compliant private sector actors.
Head of Child Online Protection at the Cybersecurity Authority, Ifua Brown Eisen, has been highlighting the importance of the event.
The significance of this day is to ensure that all relevant stakeholders come together to see how to keep our children safe online. We all know that before COVID, a few children were online, but post-COVID, most children are online, and yet the restrictions or the protocols to protect children are not there because most parents do not even know about these protocols.
More than 50% of the country's population have access to the internet, according to the authority.
Want to talk about it? Making space for conversations about life online is the theme for the 20th edition of the Safer Internet Day 2023. Here in Ghana, telecommunication giant MTN Ghana joined the world to mark the day with some students of the Osu Presbyterian Senior High School as it pledges the business will continue to raise awareness on emerging online issues and the corresponding strategies for resolution. Here's more in this report. The Safer Internet Day is organized in the second week of February each year to sensitize and reorient the youth on the safe use of the internet for an improved cybersecurity culture. Senior Manager for Enterprise Information Security and Governance at MTN Ghana, Jacqueline Hansen Kote, says MTN will not relent in its efforts to curb cyber insecurity among the youth.
I think it's imperative that we partner, encourage, help, lead them, guide them on how to be safe on the internet. You have kids being cyberbullied. In other places, it leads to things like suicide. You have kids oversharing, exposing themselves on the internet. So this is something that has to be hammered over and over again. It's not a one-time thing. It's something that we are going to do the entire year. We're going to take any opportunity we get. We take the opportunity to educate the youth more than anybody else, and obviously the MTN customers as well.
Headmaster of the school, Vincent Eswa, commended MTN for the move and made a passionate appeal to corporate Ghana to support the school with computers to aid the academics of the students.
This time, cyber insecurity is everywhere. It's a global issue. people are taking undue advantage of people who use internet to steal. And so it's good you start with the youth because they are the most users of the internet. Education is a shared responsibility. And having had MTN to come to your school, we can't but ask for support for our ICT department. As I told them, we are doing elective ICT. We have over 300 students doing elective ICT, and we have very few computers. And so we often rent computers to write WASI. So if MTN has come, we have appealed to them to support the school to acquire more computers for ICT. We also wish to ask all corporate bodies in Ghana to support. The government cannot do all, so they should all be on board.
Some students who spoke to Joy Business expressed their gratitude to MTN for the impact.
I've learned how to use the computer safely to avoid cyber crime.
They told us that we should apply the two-steps verification so that we make sure that our machines or our important documents doesn't get accessed or hacked.
I never really knew that sharing your personal information on the internet could lead to distraction and also can cause problems for me. But thanks to MTN, I know now. Yeah, I say a very big thank you to MTN. God bless them.
Besides the education, students received MTN souvenirs like T-shirts, notepads, as well as tablets, among other items. We stay a bit more on MTN as some customers of the telecommunication company say the decision to increase tariff will negatively impact households and businesses. MTN has announced new tariffs, a situation it blamed on high operational costs. Joy Business spoke to some consumers.
It's not good. Things are very tough. MTN too also want to increase the tariff. There's no need. Because right now when you come to the street, you don't get anything. The least that you get, you send some to your kids, your wife, down there. MTN is also increasing tariff. There's no need.
I actually don't agree with them increasing the tariffs or whatever that it is, because of late when you buy, let's say, with a normal one, 12.5%, the car, when you buy bundle or data, it doesn't really last long. And them increasing it to 15%, I really don't agree with them, because with the youth, most of us are not really working.
Well, it's not going to help because right now things are difficult. So if you try increasing it, it's going to affect us financially. Yeah.
The economic hardship in the country is on the rise. Everything in the country is expensive. Now, MTN is telling us they are increasing their tariffs. We plead with the government to talk to MTN so that they reduce their tariffs instead of increasing it.
So one share na MTN fu oni omo nkasa ne niema mmra from kakrama.
Now, away from that, demand for dollars continues to ease as the Bank of Ghana sold only $9.2 million on the spot market. Analysts believe the progress made by the government on the domestic debt exchange program will positively improve confidence in the economy, bolstering the outlook of the city. Here's more in this report.
The city gained across all the major trading currencies last week. It's actually appreciated by 10 pesos to the dollar yesterday to sell at 12 cedis, 40 pesos to a dollar. This reduced its year-to-date loss. Many analysts and market watchers have expressed surprise of the sudden resurgence of the cedi, but this could be primarily due to the progress made by governments regarding the domestic debt exchange program. The deadline for the program is expected to end today. All things being equal, the attainment of the 80% subscription target will enhance the outlook of the cedi for the rest of the year.
Now, the International Cocoa Initiative, ICI, has started implementing a remediation system to curtail child and forced labor in cocoa-producing communities in Ghana. Deputy Country Director Prince Jemfi says the system has an inherent goal of helping to improve the income of farmers. The ICI has collaborated with the Ghana Agriculture and Rural Development Journalists Association to build the capacity of journalists in reporting on child and forced labor. Anita Sewa Ajuga has more in this. The International Labour Organization estimates that out of 24.9 million people who are in forced labour, 4.3 million are children. The United Nations Children's Fund, through its principles and guidelines for media reporting on children, expects journalists to protect children in reporting on child and forced labour. In line with this, the International Cocoa Initiative has trained 35 agriculture and rural development journalists from 4 cocoa-producing regions in child and forced labor. The training is to deepen journalists' understanding and also improve their skills for writing ethical reports on child and forced labor. Prince Jimfi is Deputy Country Director of the International Cocoa Initiative.
We expect the media to use their platform to create more awareness on the issue of child labor, and also to distinguish between what a child can do and what a child cannot do, which I called them acceptable and unacceptable work for children. So since the media has that kind of platform and it's a wider platform, it could help a lot if they intensify the campaign and awareness raising on the need for parents, the need for everyone to be involved in the fight against child labor.
Prince Jimfi spoke about the ICI's remediation system to curtail child and forced labor in cocoa-producing communities in Ghana.
What is currently ongoing is the support to farmers in terms of improving on their income activity, which include the farmers, helping farmers to do village savings and loan association, also helping farmers also to diversify their incomes, such as having other additional livelihood also as well.
President of the Ghana Agriculture and Rural Development Journalists Association, Richmond Frimpong, emphasized the need to empower journalists to report adequately on child and forced labor.
At the end of the day, we expect journalists from around that community to be able to champion and communicate well to the people over there and how the understanding are on child labor issues in the country. I think child labor issues have become a major concern within the cocoa-growing communities, and we thought it wise to let the whole country appreciate what child labor means.
The 4-day workshop was organized under the auspices of the NORAD-funded Tackling Child and Forced Labor in Ghanaian Cocoa and Gold Mining and implemented by ICI and its partners, Rainforest Alliance and Solidaridad West Africa. For Joy News, Anita Sewa Ajuga reporting. 150 unemployed youth have been enrolled to learn vocational and technical skills under the Sinapiaba Youth Apprenticeship Program. The initiative is meant to economically empower the youth as well as reduce unemployment in its operational areas. Beneficiaries of the bank's annual entrepreneurship drive are from deprived parts of the northern region. Prince Apia has details in this report.
The Youth Apprenticeship Program is the financial institution's economic empowerment program to support the unemployed youth in its operational areas through entrepreneurship. It has prioritized vocational and technical skills in most regions in the country. Beneficiaries undergoes a training for 3 years, receive capital to start up afterwards. Margaret Owusu-Asare is coordinator of the Youth Apprenticeship Program.
Tamale, because it looks like all the 13 regions have benefited from YAP, and management thought it wise to also come to Tamale so that the 3 northern regions can also be beneficiaries of the project. That is why we are here. The project is aiming at helping the vulnerable poor who are desperate for learning vocational skills but are unable because their parents are poor, but they are willing. So those are the ones we are reaching out for so that their parents can also see their children doing something for themselves.
The support from Snapiaba Savings and Loans is to equip participants in the trade of their choice.
For this particular project, we have 150 beneficiaries, and out of that, about 80 are doing tailoring and dressmaking. We have 30 doing hairdressing, and the other trades are tile laying, auto electrical, auto mechanic, and carpentry.
Tamale branch manager of Snapiaba Savings and Loans, Michael Adongo, is excited the initiative will economically empower these communities up north.
This will also help in eliminating crime within the region, because we would have this vulnerable youth who were idling have the opportunity to have work to do. And we believe that the well-being of the community that we find ourselves in, if the community is well, we will get the benefits, as this will help in the transformation activities of the region.
Here are some of the beneficiaries.
So as for me, I'm learning hairdressing. So at the end of the program, the 3-year program, I'll become a successful hairdresser to be able to take care of myself and my family. I therefore encourage all my colleagues out there who have been given this great opportunity to take it serious.
And they have given us the equipment to start this training. And I think this will help us a lot. I can't thank them less. May God bless them. If I complete this 3 years training, I think I can start something by my own. Yes, I can also start my own shop. For that matter, I can help myself and my family. Yes.
The YAP program currently has beneficiaries across all the 13 regions of Ghana. Prince Apia reporting.
Now, the Concerned Home Used Dealers Association in Kumasi are prevailing on the Energy Commission to consider their plea to lift a ban on the importation of second-hand home appliances. The Energy Commission has announced a ban on the importation of used and substandard electrical appliances, but the traders fear being pushed out of business. Here's more in a report filed by Mona Lisa Frimpong.
The Energy Commission in a statement said 19 used electrical appliances and renewable energy products will be affected by the ban. These include TV sets, air conditioners, washing machines and computers. But the home used dealers fear they will be pushed out of business as a result. After a series of press conferences and engagements with the Energy Commission, they are left in a limbo. Abdul Malik is Ashanti Regional Deputy Secretary of the Concerned Home Use Dealers Association.
They brought a release telling us that all what we said in the press conference is not true, meaning the government has banned the importation of home use. And in fact, to that we know they do not inform us, we do not even sit like the way we wanted them to do. So that we know that in fact, it's like they've passed a law without we, the stakeholders, our concern.
According to the Energy Commission, the new regulation is to save consumers from buying unsuitable appliances as well as save the economy of high energy demand and cost. But the home use dealers argue such high electricity consumption appliances are no longer in the system. They claim the newly imported appliances do not consume much electricity as purported by the Energy Commission.
Personal effect in say obi at the normal we use to abrochi at the bagana baby use they allowed all these goods in. But so be the normal ba no aba beton there no there omun engine to he said no dey be consume electricity. Then pako na we use ade no abrochi no
Despite the Energy Commission's quest to safeguard the health of citizens from the hazards of used electrical appliances, consumers remain adamant in stopping the purchase of second-hand electrical appliances. Some say it is affordable and durable compared to new appliances.
Home use need a boy say the home use no very expensive. And the home use no so less so on. And then also and so tree light said ye won't say tree light. Even crown no to fan war store way mu. My using 5 years and say me found call repair.
Brand new na say unya part. And a home use no so de ota a check a sense a home pass no aye de ebu ukoba bia unya bi edishim and some consume current.
Me fridge am to home use. And so be 18 years a crabber. Now no yana me fill gas. A check a year adwuma so come. And no so no born a day. I will form. We hear ni bia timi tobi. So what I saying? Oh, adibo ha monoso enkeja. Bu ha monoso enkeja. Aye sensen kwa. Ti ade de ohun say you use ade na use a. Eboa.
The concerned Home Use Dealers Association have called for a resolution to their grievances.
Yeni Energy Commission nim tokwa. Ye pesa aban te asem. Aban na omede mra no koma no. But omo so de koye no. Minim so omeka kira aban so omo ne ya betena se. Ba ye pesa aban hu ni se ye no omo antena ba bia. Omo anka hwe ankire ye. Meeting na omo ne betena se one day ni guta no. Ya hu omo biem.
Mona Lisa Frimpong reporting.
Traders in the Swami municipality of the Ashanti region are protesting alleged plans to demolish their market space. The agitated traders claim the local assembly has served notice to demolish the markets without an alternative space to accommodate them. They describe the move as unfair after paying 30,000 cedis to occupy shops in the market.
The traders argue after years of plying their wares in other space, the demolition of the market will bring unbearable economic hardship. The resentful traders want the assembly to value their shops for compensation before any demolition and relocation.
Stores no almost in the contractor by 4 and we see adana esi echire ha no contractors no obia won na pata obia won le lace na wo ho no obia ye contractor obia won contractor a wo see here contractors for no be see dan no ye buy na ye beto stores no ka kire say store no to a forever it is store na what osisi on wo ye nkuma ba ko bia 30,000 Ghana cedis
mo amu nkosiesie beebi amaye eno ani se mutu ye na ye akọ wan na ye akọ akwaji yesika ye kwaji na wan ho ye kema ni maji yesika de onu si pata no kwa ye hu no de pene se yesra wo mfi yesika maye se de obesi ni ha no se 900 million mfie kwa manim mfimi ansan kwaji lo biem etime sremo monka bi maye no mfi yesika maye wo mu dan na wo mu disika ne maye ne etina ye beyi ye ne ma afrim no mabuo mu sisi amusi mutu ye na he fa na mode ye ko ye be yo musi mo baye mutu ye mutu ye so mo ne ba bi amode ye ko aka me hu ye mutu ye mo se bi ha na mo nkwakwatena na mo nya adwuma fa nhwe mo ma anu se mutu ye just like that it is mutu ye just like that yeah and you no go anywhere ye ko ba bi I will stay there if you tell me say
Dominic Eduberma of construction firm Jagan Enterprise has confirmed selling the shops to the traders at a cost of 30,000 Ghana cedis each between the year 2013 and 2014. He says this was based on an agreement reached with the local assembly. According to him, the Swami Municipal Assembly can only demolish the property if the traders are properly relocated or compensated, else they will back the traders to sue the assembly.
ɔmo so ɔmo bu agudi a ɛne adwadifo no ɛyɛ no ɛwɔ ho akwanya sɛ ɔmo de ɛkɔ court na yɛn so yɛta yɛkyiri megyapadeɛ na wo se wobɛsɛe no enti ɔno owners na wɔ sɛ ɔmo de ɔmo ɛkɔ court
The assembly is yet to respond to the current concerns of the traders. The municipal chief executive, Maxwell Ofusubuache, has however indicated the assembly's plans to construct a modern market with the necessary facilities such as a police station and fire service department. Mona Lisa Frimpon reporting.
That's all for business tonight. For more business news, you can log on to myjoyonline.com/business. I am Beverly Broohm. I leave you with news making headlines on the international front.